A long time ago, there were huge forests where gods and spirits lived. But over time, most of these forests were destroyed. Few that were left were guarded by big, powerful animals who were loyal to the ancient forest spirits. Back then, gods and demons roamed freely. Now, we see Prince Ashitaka running out of the forest and into his village. 3 young villagers meet him and tell him that the wise woman wants everyone to come quickly. They mention they saw something weird in the forest, and that all the animals and birds have disappeared. Ashitaka tells the kids to go back and runs to the watchtower. At the watchtower, he meets Jason and asks if he's noticed anything strange. Jason says yes, and then they both see a huge, boar-like demon breaking through the stone wall and charging at them. The demon's attack makes the watchtower fall down. Ashitaka sees the demon heading towards the village and decides to stop it. He shoots the demon in the eye with an arrow, but it just makes the demon more angry. He shoots another arrow and hits the demon between the eyes. Just before the demon dies, it touches Ashitaka and curses him. Back in the village, the wise woman takes care of Ashitaka's hurt arm and performs a ritual. She tells him that the god from the far west was poisoned by hatred and turned into a monster. She warns him that the curse will spread through his body, causing him a lot of pain and eventually killing him. She shows him a black stone, explaining that this stone turned the boar into a demon. She says a great evil has risen in the west, and it's his fate to go there, face it, and hopefully find a way to lift his curse. The villagers are very sad. They are the last of their tribe, driven away by the emperor, and Ashitaka is their last prince. Determined to follow his fate, Ashitaka cuts his hair and heads west. After a long journey, he arrives at a village being attacked by rebels who are killing the local. When he sees a villager in danger, he uses his newfound strength to shoot an arrow with amazing power, cutting off the attacker's arm and causing great pain. Ashitaka notices that the curse mark on his arm gets bigger each time he uses this new strength, and worries about it. In a nearby town, he meets an old man named Jigo, who is always looking for opportunities. That night, while they camp together, Jigo tells him about a dangerous place high in the mountains to the west, where forest spirits are said to live. Jigo thinks Ashitaka might find what he's looking for there. Meanwhile, near Iron Town, Lady Eboshi and her men are attacked by a wolf pack led by the wolf goddess Moro, who injures Eboshi with a gunshot. Ashitaka meets a girl named San, who rides giant wolves and is trying to help her injured wolf friend. She tells him to go away and rides off on one of her wolves. Ashitaka then helps 2 men who fell from a cliff and brings them back to the forest. While there, he briefly sees the great forest spirit. The men and Ashitaka eventually arrive at Iron Town, where the people who thought the men were dead welcome them warmly. Ashitaka learns that Iron Town is a place for outcasts and lepers who work with iron and make guns. The town was built by cutting down forests to mine iron, which led to fights with Asano, a local lord, and a giant boar god who had attacked Ashitaka's village. After eating dinner with the townspeople, Ashitaka is called to see Lady Eboshi. She asks him why he's here, and he shows her his cursed arm, explaining how the boar god cursed him before he died. Eboshi then takes him to a workshop where her people are building a new kind of rifle, kill any monsters that threaten them. Ashitaka is very upset because he knows that the angry gods causing trouble are partly due to Eboshi's action. Eboshi asks Ashitaka to stay in Iron Town and help her kill the forest spirit. She also tells him that San, who is raised by wolves and hates humans, wants to kill her. Eboshi says the forest spirit's blood might cure Ashitaka's curse. That night, San sneaks into Iron Town to confront Eboshi. After sneaking past the guards, San confronts Lady Eboshi, and a fierce fight starts. As Eboshi's guards close in, Ashitaka jumps in and quickly restrains San while she and Eboshi are fighting. He tells Eboshi that he'll take responsibility for San. San tries to stab Ashitaka, but he hits her in the stomach, knocking her out. Ashitaka says he's taking the wolf princess with him. Before he can leave, a villager accidentally shoots him. Curse gives Ashitaka enough strength to keep going. He leaves the town and finds the wolves waiting for their princess. San wakes up while they are riding Ashitaka's pet elk and sees he's badly hurt. She takes him to a place where the forest spirit might find him. If Ashitaka is worthy, he might be healed. The next morning, Ashitaka wakes up and finds his wounds completely healed. San checks on him and brings him food to help him get his strength back. After leaving him to rest, San and her wolf mother, Moro, go to meet the Boar clan led by the blind god Okoto. Okoto plans to attack Iron Town to save the forest. He's very angry with humans and says he wants to kill them, blaming them for killing Nago and the other boar god. Ashitaka admits he killed Nago, who had turned into a demon and attacked his village. He shows his cursed arm as proof. Okoto believes him, but warns Ashitaka never to come back to the forest. If he does, Okoto will have to kill him. Moro tells Okoto that fighting humans with their modern weapons will be hard. But Okoto is set on his plan, even if it means he might die. After a tough battle with Asano's soldiers, Ashitaka meets Jigo on the road. Jigo tells him that the Emperor wants him to bring back the heads of the forest spirits to gain immortality. Jigo reminds Ashitaka to keep his promise to deliver the heads deep in the forest. Ashitaka then wakes up in a cave and steps outside for some fresh air. Moro, resting on top of the cave, tells Ashitaka the boars have already gone to fight. She warns him that if the forest is destroyed, all the animals will die. Ashitaka begs Moro to let San leave and live a normal human life. Moro says no and tells him to leave their land, threatening him if he ever comes back. The next day, while Ashitaka is sleeping, San goes off to join the Boar tribe in their battle against Iron Town. When Ashitaka hears about the fight, he heads to the town and learns from the women that while Iboshi went into the forest to get the four spirits' heads, Asano's men attacked the town. The women say they can handle things and tell Ashitaka to find their leader in the forest. Ashitaka is chased by Asano's men, but defeats them, though his curse mark spreads more on his arm. He returns to the forest and finds that the Boar tribe has been badly hurt. Survivors from Iboshi's group tell him that animals attacked them during the night, and that San, along with the wolves, was also there. Ashitaka finds a wolf trapped under a fallen boar and frees it. The wolf, grateful for his help, agrees to guide him to Iboshi. Meanwhile, San and a badly injured Okoto are heading to the forest spirit for healing. Jigo and his men follow them, planning to lead them straight to the spirit. San sees the hunters hiding in boar skins, thinking they are Okoto's returning warriors. Okoto rushes towards the forest spirit's realm, despite San warning him that it's a trap. Dan tries to stop Okoto, but his pain turns him into a demon. Ashitaka finally finds Iboshi and tells her that the town is under attack. Iboshi doesn't believe him and demands proof. Ashitaka insists he's telling the truth and runs off. Iboshi decides to trust the town's defense and keeps looking for the forest spirit. Ashitaka finds Moro hurt by the pool that leads to the forest spirit's realm. He sees San trapped by the now demonic Okoto and tries to save her, but gets thrown into the pool. He hits his head and sinks to the bottom. Moro, using her last bit of strength, tries to kill Iboshi, but decides she needs to save her daughter from the demon instead, and attacks Okoto. Jigo, Iboshi, and their men arrive at the pool and find the forest spirit. As everyone fights around the pool, Ashitaka rescues San. Forest spirit starts changing into a huge, scary nightwalker. Iboshi shoots and decapitates the forest spirit, and a slimy liquid bursts out, covering the area. Iboshi throws the head to Jigo, but Moro's decapitated head bites off Iboshi's arm. Jigo steals the head while the forest spirit's blood spreads across the land, killing everything it touches. Ashitaka, though hurt, saves Iboshi from the pool. After the forest spirit dies, the forest and its spirits begin to die too. Angry, San tries to kill Iboshi again, but is stopped by Ashitaka, who encourages her to keep going. The ooze from the forest spirit starts forming a giant being searching for its head, which Jigo and his men took. The giant heads toward Iron Town. Ashitaka and San rush to the town to warn everyone to leave because the ooze will kill anyone it touches. They suggest heading to the lake, hoping the water will slow the giant down. After the town is evacuated, Ashitaka and San chase Jigo to get the head back. When they catch up, Ashitaka demands the head, but Jigo refuses and attacks him. Ashitaka defeats Jigo and gets the head back. He and San return it to the spirit, hoping to bring peace. Once the head is returned, the spirit dies, but its essence heals the land and lifts Ashitaka's curse. Ashitaka and San wake up to find the land covered in bright green. Before leaving, San tells Ashitaka that he means a lot to her, but she can't forgive humans for what they've done. Ashitaka promises to come back to Iron Town to help rebuild, and San thanks him for everything. As the forest starts to grow back, a single Kadama, forest spirit, appears from the bushes, marking the end of the story.